All right, good day. Welcome to Reaction Points. This is Friday, April 10th, 2026. Let's do a quick breakdown here. Kind of a strange, choppy market. We had CPI this morning coming in hotter than, or actually rising 3.3% in March from a year earlier. That's up from 2.4% in February. It's a little bit cooler than what analysts were expecting, but regardless of that, projections, calculations, whatnot. Let's focus on the price action. So, first thing we're doing here as we transition from Europe into the New York cash session, we're looking for sweeps here of the European and Asian highs and lows. Again, I want to remind you that the other A plus setup here when I am sleeping is a sweep of the Asia lows here by Europe, which is what we saw. We also saw a quick sweep of the Asia highs here in the back part of the European session. Again, I'm actually getting my girls ready for school at this time, so did not catch that as well. But we do have opportunity as we roll into the New York session to try and take either the European and or Asia highs or lows pretty much every single day. So the news events usually will is most certainly, if we don't already have that happen, because we don't have news every day. We pretty much have news every day, but the red folder and orange folder events are most certainly going to come take out that resting liquidity above those highs and above those lows. So we generally stay away from the 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central red folder news events anyway. And you can kind of see the market settle down a little bit. Did take a short trade here. This is about 5-10 minutes into the open. I typically will stay away from the first 15 minutes or so just because it is kind of a grind and chop. You can see we really hadn't done much of anything anyway. But when we get to a +1 on the trade, I would typically move my stop to break even, especially if it looks like price is kind of firming up and not really wanting to go lower. You see us continually reject the midnight open as we did here. So there we were again, and then you can kind of see things started building some steam up here around that VWAP, and then we marched back up to break even. So came and cleared these highs up here. Didn't really have a clear signal other than a flip signal. We did get a 3S code signal right here at 10:30. Now my cutoff time is around 10:30, 11 a.m. Central. Really by no later than 10:30, I'm not looking for a trade. But since we did come back up, we took these, all of this right here. We took out that one last sweep. Didn't think that we'd get as high as the CPI high, but we did have a nice little build up right here, 3S code signal, and a very quick, clean +1.5 on the trade. And then you can see what's going on here. A lot of kind of bump and grind chop there as we head into the last 30 minutes of the day and really throughout the entire lunch session. I want to look at crude oil real quick. We had a really nice day in crude. Here were the opportunities. So coming down here, the 7:30 crude really did not budge during the news. We had a 3S code buy, so we came in and we came up 97.65 +1.5 there on the trade. Real quick, boom, boom. You can see +1.5 also lines up with the midnight New York open, and then quickly retrace back. We had another trade here. I really like to see if there's a lot of confluence here in the middle. We have VWAP, we got 200-day, we got midnight open, New York, of all this business. I do like to see these trades better, the ones on the ranges, the outer boundaries. We do have a +1.5 trade here, and then we come back down through the Asia and Euro lows right here one more time in a pretty clean build on the way down. 3S code buy signal, 1.5 on the way up. And then there's been some other trades that could have been taken around 11 a.m. Central as we move into that lunchtime, but really not a time to be trading crude oil, in my opinion, afternoon. I mean, there are some good setups. It's all about respecting the levels and just getting your reps in if you want that action. But Nice trades here. 4.5 are there on crude oil. You saw what we were able to do here in the S&P plus 1.5. And then lastly, we'll look at gold. So another really kind of chop fest here during the first hour of what I call the day. This is CPI, so we're staying out of that. And then we did get a run up, taking out Asia highs here with a very nice 3S code. Sell for a quick plus 1.5. And actually, you can see the market retrace right back to entry and then fell out of bed again. So this is just an example of what can be done. It can be done on multiple time frames, multiple instruments, 1 minute, 2 minute. Also, markets like the euro currency, even 30-year bonds, NASDAQ, Dow. Want more information about this methodology and how we could potentially help you, reply to this video or comment. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like. And that way we know that you want to continue receiving this content. So whoever has a great weekend, good luck, good trading, and we'll see you on the next update.